Well, welcome to the third match of the day here at the National Development Series of 2025 at Helensvale. This afternoon we're looking at a pairs match with Team Blue represented by Erin Swatridge and Tyson Cromie, and they're playing against Team Red, Sheridon, Bodnar and Joe Clarke. Looking forward to a nice afternoon. We've thanked the sponsors. We have the Australian Institute of Sport, the Australian Jackaroos, Commonwealth Games Australia and Bowls Australia, all helping promote this somewhat excellent event, a 3-day event. This is the third year they've had this event, and you've got a mixture of para bowlers and up-and-coming, I've got to say, Jackaroos that'll be playing for Australia in a team format. They get 3 points for a win, 1 for a draw in each of the games. Blues are the defending champion, and they're in the box seat going into the last round. With me, I have the club support manager for the region in Troy Corber, who's also a member down at Paradise Point. Should be an interesting game, this one, Troy.
Thanks, Ozzy, and good afternoon, viewers. Look forward to this game. It's going to be a terrific exhibition of bowls. I had the pleasure of watching a bit of Sheridon and Tyson play the other day. I was quite impressed with what I saw, and looking forward to having a closer look at Erin and Joe today. And we've just got the ding-a-ling to get things underway.
And this is a pairs match of 18 ends. They have been playing some pairs game over sets prior to this, 2 sets of 7, but this one is an 18-end game. And it's Blue that's got the honour of rolling the first jack. So each of these colours have a 7-person team. The blue team that are currently leading as we watch the first bowl from Erin, playing down the backhand. There's Chloe Morrison, Tyson Cromie, Jack Lewis, Dale McWhinney-Shillington and Jodie Nicolek. And Erin Swatridge and Aaron Kelly are the new inductees in there, with Lindsay Clarke as their coach.
Great starter there from Erin. Settles the nerves nice and quick. Now, Karen Murphy's coming around with an updated scorecard for us, so we'll be able to let you know exactly how things are going into this last game. As Ozzy mentioned, Blue are definitely in the box seat, so we'll try and work out if they've got it sewn up already, or whether how many rinks they need to win to secure the title. All will be revealed shortly on that one.
Sheridon's response, just a little narrow first up. They'll settle the nerves as much as they can, these opening bowls. The carpet they're bowling on here is undercover. It runs at around 15 seconds. It is open on the side, so it's open to any breeze there might be. It's dead calm at the moment, not a cloud in the sky. Mid-afternoon, we're looking at a temperature in the low 20s. Ideal playing conditions.
And from our previous games, the girls will learn very early on that this hand right of screen takes a lot of grass. You've got to throw it out there.
For those who are watching the coverage in the second game, we were following a singles game here, and there was another singles game on at the same time, which was 14-all when we left the coverage. And Dale McWhinney-Shillington just went down to Joe Clarke in the last couple of ends. Joe is bowling in this match, but on a different rink, so you get used to the nuances of the way the bowls break here.
Sheridon's got this out on a nice arc. Just needs it to stop.
Playing 3-bowl pairs. So that's the leads done for the time being in this end.
One for Erin there.
Part of this rink is open at the back area. Is the cover's vertically over the stand at the back, but the sun comes in a little from the north at this time of the year, so there is a sun exposure there for some time frame. It's a little awkward bowling from the shade into that sun.
Robbie's just had to go and get the twitchy stick out onto Erin, get her out of the camera. So there's a lot of purple, pink and black going on here, people. So watch intently to get used to it. We will be. Joe's going to help us out. He's got some yellow and green bowls, Taylor SRVs. So they'll be easy to spot. He's teaming up with the pink and black mottle of Erin Swatridge, who's the bowl closest to the jack at the moment. All the players just trying to find their range.
Yeah, they've had a roll up in each direction, but that's all they've had on this rink, so it takes a couple of ends to get used to what's going on.
Joe likes the look of this forehand and playing a bit of weight through there by the looks of it. He says, I'm not going to muck around with this drawing stuff. I'm just going to try and pit this jack. And he's very close. Gets it. Now, there is another bowl at the back, which I think is... Just trying to confirm who that belongs to. It must belong, it belongs to Sheridon, I think. So holding 2, I believe, at this stage. Yep. It's a great effort from Tyson.
Well, I think he's drawn shot there. He's be maybe a handspan at the most short of the ditch. On line with the jack where it has been pitted.
Yep. Well, Joe's not going to be short of it. He's trying to work out where he can see it. That's the big thing.
He's got a clear run at it forehand, but he can't play extensive weight on the forehand. Backhand's a lot more dangerous route to try and get through. There is a gap there. However, there's another bowl protecting the bowl on the bank.
That forehand side's a bit iffy with weight. I reckon if I was Joe, I'd be playing backhand, big weight, try and find the hole. It's not an easy shot, but it's probably the easiest option he's got. Try and plonk that bowl into the ditch, make 3. That's what he's looking for. Backhand with weight. Needs it to hold. What a shot. Well, that was a textbook shot there from Joe. That was magnificent. What an opening to this last game of the series. And one shot to the Clarke Bodnar team. Well, Joe's certainly shown his intentions early. Aussie, hasn't he? 2 great weighted shots.
Yeah.
Hit the target with both of them.
Took the jack into the ditch to start with. He's coming off a good win over Dale in the singles this morning, so that confidence is still here this afternoon after a little snack for lunch. Bowling a fairly lengthy end. This is the more turning side, but we found this a little easier to read for the players once they get the handle on this forehand coming this direction. A little bit trickier going back the other way on the backhand. It seems to swing a lot more. It's good weight.
Good shot from Sheridon. She skipped the game on Tuesday that I was commentating, and she played some absolutely ripping draw shots in that game. Really impressive. So certainly her draw game is very strong, so expect her to lead up well in this game. Pretty fair reply from Erin. So already the girls are realising you've got to chuck it out there on that hand. There's nothing for tight.
It gives you a good view from this angle how difficult if you're bowling from the other end, bowling out there with the sunlight. It's very hard to get your distance control. A little easy coming back into the shade from there.
Well, it's about perfect lead bowls from Sheridon.
1 on 1 behind. Erin looking to at least sit that back bowl behind the jack. Also playing on the forehand.
It's in the area. Needs the jack. Oh, gets it, but not enough of it.
Got it out in the open, effort. Though. Out in the open's good.
Well, if they're setting the standard for this game, Aussie, we're in for a ripper because it's been high quality so far. Some great back-end shots from the skips on the previous end, and this end we're getting a leading masterclass from the girls.
Alright, so she's electing to play the backhand. This hand holds a little bit more than the forehand, so it doesn't turn quite as much. Needs to chase down the hill. Alrighty, so it looks to be holding 3 there, I'd say.
Yeah, Joe's going to be a happy man. I mean, he's going to be able to get a chance to get a feel for the draw weight. He's had to play 2 weighted shots on the last end, so good chance for him to find his rhythm on the draw.
Will he stay there first up? Backhand's completely open. Will he let Tyson have that hand or not?
I think he'll play that backhand. He'll either try and tuck the jack onto his own bowl and hide it, or just scoot around it and beat the back bowl. Well, this will be very weight dependent. The line's fine.
Just hangs out there a little bit when it's overweight.
Good side up.
Yeah, it stayed alive. It didn't reach the ditch, so it's a back bowl. And we've seen already he plays nice weight when he plays it.
Tyson whips a couple out. Good result.
Well, we're taking 4 bowls off the green. 3 plus his bowl as well.
I think he's corrected very well here, Joe Clarke. Look at this for a bowl. Magnificent. Needs to flop down. Oh, can he get it down? Needs to do a bit of jumping around on the green there. The SRV doesn't want to fall.
Tyson's having a run at it again. Okay, the bowl's hit the back bank, come back into play, so it's a dead bowl. Well, at least Erin thinks it's a dead bowl.
So Joe needs to count here, but not near the head. Because if Tyson goes again and gets those 2 bowls out clean and kills it, he's got 2 on the spot.
And there's every chance he'll have a toucher as well.
In fact, 3. He'll have 3 on the spot if he gets those 2 bowls. So important here for Joe to count, but not too close to those other 2. He's played this pretty well. Can he get back to that bowl? As we've seen all day, it just hangs around. I think we'll see Tyson go this again.
When you play a lot of weight on this surface too, it doesn't move a lot, so it's almost straight up and down the line playing weight, whereas if you're drawing, there's actually quite a bit of movement on the surface.
So trying to kill the end, get rid of the 2 bowls. Oh, misses by a coat of varnish.
So for Sheridon and Joe, they now slip out to a 3-0 lead. Well, as well as the two ladies draw in the lead in this game, that you might see a bit of weight played by both skips, I think. We haven't seen a lot of weight played in the matches earlier today. Of course, a different format. The last match we watched was a singles match.
Generally find if the heads are quite tight and good in 3-bowl pairs especially, you will see a lot of weight from the back end players. So there's generally opportunities to take 1 or 2 bowls out and make a number. Sometimes it's your better option and percentage option. So I think if we continue to see good close heads, I think we'll continue to see positive games from Tyson and Joe.
Nice bit of weight from Erin.
Tyson likes that one.
It's not easy to recognise the bowls in that sunlight.
No, it's you've got to test out your photographic memory, Aussie, of who's put what bowl in what spot. Erin trying to draw a second. She's in a good area. And watch that swoop home out on that hand. That's good bowling. Nice little avenue there, though.
Sheridon part of the red team. I mentioned the blue team before. The red team's Samantha Atkinson, Joe Clarke, Cooper White-Styles, Samantha Nora, Sheridon, obviously, Jacob Nelson, and Joanne Frost. They're coached by Ian Ewing. And you do see the coaches play a fair bit in this game, especially later in the innings where the players are looking to play shots and just confirming or getting some advice from their coaches.
Tyson asking for a bowl behind the head here in a good position. He's got 2 goodies in the head. Looking for a position bowl here as much as anything. Unfortunately, Erin's under the head, so nice head to play to. Joe's 2 down, but he's got a nice head to play to. He's got a few bowls there just to work off or sit. Little trail of the jack. It's a positive draw shot here, just to be reaching the jack. And he's got good chances of getting a good result.
Yeah, he's got a few options here. I mean, it's just an open draw, or he can sit the bowl as we look at it just to the right of the jack.
So it's that decision time. Do you take the shot off them, play their shot, or go for cover? Tyson wants to play their shot. I think it's a good move. I don't think you want to give Joe Clarke three goes at that head. Try and close it off if you can. That's a great effort. Unlucky it flopped down. He would have liked that to have stayed up on the line.
Yeah, block avenues with the jack.
Gives Joe another one to slide and use. Looks to have a little bit more purpose on this one, but still just on the tight side. Ooh, now. Blue holding 1. So that was the opposition bowl coming up, so a good result for Joe there.
Tyson just playing the draw shot again.
Can he get to that bowl? Just needs a bit of it. What a great shot. Brilliant shot. Tyson Cromie made 4 of it.
Well, no real opportunity to play weight here. You can take those 2 bowls out, but the other 2 are going to be in the count. So he's looking to draw and sit that shot.
Again, he's got some options to sit into one of those and cut it down. But if he pulls the jack himself, he makes 3 here. So he could potentially convert this head from 4 down to 3 up with a good bowl. He's sort of on the trot after it. Can he get the jack? Yes, of course he can. Joe can do anything. Look at that. And he's another jack into the ditch. What a shot, Joe Clarke.
And it's close too. You've got to be within 2 bowls of the ditch to actually get shot on line. So probably just looking to draw a second shot here. Cut it down.
So if you're watching this at home, people, share the link on Facebook to let other people know this game's going on, because it's a ripper so far and we've still got 15 ends of it to go.
Yeah, good safety bowl by Tyson there just to get the one down.
I'm loaded up on the Red Bull. Robbie's got the mother going. We're Aussie's pure. He's on cucumber and lemon water.
That'll be a first. So Sheridon looking to bowl the forehand. As we saw in the last singles game, this is a favoured side by both bowlers. Not that there's anything wrong bowling the backhand. It's a beautiful green to roll on. Runs at around 15. Does change though, however, depending on the weather conditions and the humidity. Oh, it's a wayward start.
And you can see there it will penalise you though. If you don't take that grass on that wide hand, you will get found out. Good start here from Erin to slip in behind the jack. Good starter. So despite not winning an end yet and finding themselves 4 down, I don't think they'd be disappointed with how they're playing Aussie. I don't think Erin and Tyson would be too downtrodden at this stage. They've been playing some good bowls, but there's just been some absolute whoppers from Joe.
Yeah, there's been opportunities where they're sitting 3 or 4 in the head and it's been knocked around in the other direction. But having said that, when you've got all the bowls in the head and the jack moves, you're going to go down. But not easy to pack out the jack clean as he did in the last end there. There was 2 to 3 bowls either side of it. And he got it flush to take it in the ditch and went with it.
5-shot turnaround, 4 down to 1 up. Huge bowl.
Well, another good way to draw bowl.
Beautiful. Bit of paint for a trouble. It's been a tale of big bowls today. Our first game this morning between Jodie Nikolic and Joanne Frost. Joe Frost won that in a tiebreaker. They went 1 set all, went to a tiebreaker. Time had expired and Jodie was holding game. Joe had last bowl and she trailed the jack 18 inches to make 2 to win the match. Huge bowl. And then in our last game that we covered, the singles game between Beau Prudhoe and Kyle Hansen, Kyle Hansen played one of the best bowls you'll ever see to remove 2 opposition bowls and stay to make 4 to win the match. So we've seen some magnificent bowling. It continues here.
It's great lead bowling. All 5 of the 6 bowls are on a mat behind the jack. And as the skips like it, they can still see the jack on either hand. There's a little breeze just drifting in from the, I'm going to say the northwest, which is a little unusual. This time of the year on the Gold Coast you can get a westerly blowing, certainly around July, early August. But the predominantly summer breeze is a sou'easter which blows over the clubhouse, and then you're protected by the dome here, so you don't get much breeze in summer. Outside temperature already sitting in the low 20s. We're in the shade under here, so I'm going to drop it 3 or 4 degrees on that.
Joe's setting this head up for himself, I reckon. He's got one in behind. He's been playing weight so well this game. It would not surprise me in the least if we start seeing a little bit of searching from Joe here. Why wouldn't you when you're playing the shot so well?
Well, there is a gap there for the jack to go through currently, unless he gets closed up. It takes a little bit out of it.
Yeah, Sheridon's keen.
Yep, give it a rip.
Good choice to change hands too, I think. I think it's an easier shot to play on this hand. Here he comes.
It's got to hang on.
Yeah, it's going to bend a lot on that hand. But it is the kind of hand, you play that shot on the other hand, it sort of holds and fights itself a little bit. At least on that hand you know it's going to bend.
Yes.
And he'll learn from that one.
And probably if he's playing backhand there with the weight, he's going to run the jack into the bowls more likely. With the forehand, he can actually get through the gap. Tyson's looking to cover the back
bowls. Stay on.
There.
Unfortunately, goes in. So I don't think he messes around too much here. He's 2 down already. Hard pressed to see how he can be any worse than that. His own bowl's sort of locked in there. The way he's been playing, I think he'll go again here.
And he got a good sider with the first one, so he's got a good idea of how much it's going to move. If he plays similar weight, he may go flat chat at it. Well, he got the jack clean last time. See what he can do this time.
Still think he might be a tad under.
No, it's not far off it. It'll take the other bowl out if it does anything.
Well, he's got one out. Reduces the count. So barring catastrophe, Tyson, Cromie and Erin Swatridge will get on the board here. It's a matter of whether it's 1 or 2. The other reason I'm glad Tyson's back is we get to watch a left-hander play the game. Make it look easy. Aussie, the lefties.
I don't like your thinking.
Magnificent to watch a lefty in action.
There wouldn't be a bloke sitting next to me, Troy, as a left-hander as well, would there?
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about. Good effort. Just to bowl high. So they're on the board. They break the run of 3 ends of their opposition.
So this National Development Series of 25, you've got 7 players on each team, so it's 28 players in all, and they've got 4 coaches, coach for each team, all distinguished in their areas of either coaching and or playing. That's the coaching side of it. You have a number of power bowlers as well, so they get the chance to play with the able-bodied players in the mixed events in terms of triples or pairs. And each day, one coloured team's playing the other coloured team. Today, red are playing blue and yellow are playing green. It's been a little different the first 2 days. Blue were leading the event coming into today after winning last year. And the only team that can possibly catch them, I think, is the green team. And they're playing against the yellows this afternoon. Backhand, a little narrow again. Does swing a bit, that hand. Great weight. Tyson, one of the better form players in this series. Got a bit of a write-up in the news this morning. Okay. Should swoop from out there. It'll get inside the line. It just doesn't have the weight to get right through to the jack. So I'm surprised coming this way. This is the third time they've played in this direction, and the leads have been bowling backhand on every occasion.
Erin and Sheridon are both on debut. This is their first National Development Series they've played in. One of two of the 10 debutants that are in this series. Quite a number. This series has been around since 2023, so this is the third edition.
And they played at 3 different venues as well. There's 3 editions, which is good to see. I think last year was at Broadbeach from memory. It's at Tweed last year, sorry, thank you. Broadie was the first year, there we are. And robbing me filling in with all the pertinent details. And we've live streamed it all 3 years as well. But I look at situations here where these are your future players for the country, and they get to play male and female and males together who generally wouldn't play together. They might be from different states or different areas in Australia. And once you're selected in the team, the coaches will be looking for those that are basically compatible in style or complement each other's bowls. So you have a team ready to play once you select the national team, rather than trying to get used to their playing partners. So the leads have put their 6 bowls down, playing 3-bowl pairs. I've left a few openings here. The forehand's a little shut off with 1 bowl there. Backhand's wide open.
Yeah, Tyson's got a little bit of work here to do.
Backhand for some, forehand for a left-hander.
And look at this. Can it bend to the jack? Zips past. So they're still left without a bowl within about 4 feet though, unfortunately. Tyson and Erin. So Joe will be one of the rare opportunities he got to sit back and just have a nice free draw rather than playing weight to add to the count. And he's going to do it. Pressure now on Tyson. Out in a lovely line. Bet he would have liked just a little bit of that front bowl. Would have just slowed him down a little bit.
A little slide off of that would have been perfect.
So I think it's
Sheridon asking for the cover of the back there a little, because he's
good chance for a cover and count type bowl here. Can still count, but come to a good spot at the back. And he will have last bowl as well.
He's got the forehand there. Even if he doesn't get around, he's got a yellow there. His own bowl he can knock up to the back position, or he might be trying to draw under that to get another one in the count and put some real pressure on Tyson.
Well, you won't be happy with that one, Joe. Got a bit cotton-eyed there, Joe.
It's just a little awkward looking on the screen here with the shadows and the light flashing in and out there. It's not as menacing for the players. It's hard to pick up what bowls are where.
Currently holding 3, I believe. So Tyson, can he make that small adjustment in weight Plenty of encouragement from Erin. And why wouldn't she be encouraging it? Because that is a ripper from Tyson Cromie. And he gives it the fist pump. He loves it. He knew that was a big bowl. Well, trading blows like heavyweight champions, these two at the moment. Pulling out some big bowls. And I think we're going to see weight again. Aussie from Joe. They've only got one bowl in the head.
I think the only thing on the downside is I think 2 or even 3 of the back bowls are the oppositions. At least 2 of them we can see on the screen. I think there's another one in behind that.
I think that might be theirs though. That one that's right at the back.
So if that's the case, then weight is your option. You either get the shot ball or you get the kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we have one back bowl.
So I've just been given an updated ladder. We'll take that through with you at the conclusion of this end. Let's see what Joe Clarke can do. He hasn't done much wrong so far. It looks like he's lining up for weight again. Needs a result. Doesn't get it. So great bowl from Tyson Cromie. Gives them back-to-back ends. They do still trail in this match 2-4. The Clarke Bodnar outfit still out in front. So current standings. Karen Murphy's just handed me the current standings in this one. So as far as the overall winner goes, that has actually already been decided. So Blue have 10 points. Oh, actually, I apologise. It's not all over. So the blue team that we're watching are on 47. In second is the yellow team on 38. So with 3 points for a rink win, yellow win all 3, blue lose all 3, we're going to be tied on points. So there is a remote chance that yellow might be able to sneak it. And then green and red are on 37. So green and red can't win, but they can certainly run second. So green, yellow and red all pretty much on the same amount of points.
It's amazing, isn't it? 3 out of the 4 teams are basically all on the same number.
Well, red are up on 2 of the games at the moment, and they're only 3-6 down in the other. So the overall result is not over.
And green are up in 2 and drawing in 1. So yellow are struggling over there. Although it's early days and the margins aren't huge. On the forehand for Erin. Just ran into her own bowl. She may need to change for a last bowl depending what his skip wants.
Yeah, not ideal in 3-bowl pairs, dropping a couple short. If you're going to miss, you need to try and miss behind, is the general rule of thumb.
Well, her second bowl had the weight. It just ran into her first bowl. It was going to get to the jack. That makes it a bit more difficult.
Good shot from Sheridon. Can Erin get under that bowl? She can't, but she's going to get her own up into second. So that's helpful.
Interesting enough that Erin and Sheridon played each other in a singles match first up today. Well, they got 2 out of the 3 matches. They're in the same groupings.
Can she keep the bowl on? That one has gone into the ditch.
So no singles matches this afternoon. There are 4 matches of pairs and 2 matches of triples.
Ooh, takes his own out, so there'll be 2 down now. Probably played that with a little bit more weight than he would have liked. So Joe now to try and apply the clamps. I think he's going to let him off the hook here. So Tyson going for broke here. He's having a look for this, and he likes it. He's on the march. Can he get a good result off the front? No. Does cut it back.
And it opens the head up too. There's plenty of room to draw in there if he needs to, or we lean to the last bowl. And Joe's short again, is he? He'll be extremely disappointed with that effort.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Tyson goes that bowl. He's got the next 3. So he's got a dead draw on, just to draw the shot, or he takes that bowl out for 3.
There is still 1 bowl for Joe.
Oh, there is a bowl for Joe, so yeah, that's a lot of room to leave him.
Yeah, I think he'll draw.
So Lindsay and Tyson are having a chat about that now. The flip side, of course, is if Tyson fails, he leaves a lot of room for Joe to add.
So decision made.
I think he's still playing under that head there, I think. Yep. Looking for the jack. He's going to find a hole.
Joe just leaves an open backhand to draw for 2. You think he's trying to take the jack or take the bowl in?
I think it was the bowl. I reckon he was looking for the bowl, but if he was playing it on the high side, that the jack was an option.
Yep.
Bowl's a bigger target, so generally you'd go for what is the bigger target.
Oh, Joe.
Well, he won't be happy with those 3. He's probably thinking, oh, I think I'll just stick to playing some weighted shots, I think. But this is the balance in a game, isn't it? So often early in a game, if as a skip, as a back-end player, if you're able and have the luxury of being able to draw early in a game and you find your draw weight and your line, it sets you up for the game because all your other shots come from that. But if you're forced to play a lot of weight early, sometimes then when you've got to come back to a draw, it's like, well, what's the weight? What's the line? And you're sort of starting again. So I'm sure Joe will make amends. Nonetheless, I still get the score for the end and lead this one 5-2 after 6.
Good grass on Sheridon's first bowl, just a little shy for the weight. Erin looking to bowl around that. It does move a lot on this hand, so there's plenty of room to swing it around that bowl.
It's on a lovely line. It's just a matter of having enough juice, and it doesn't.
Yeah, if anything, the green seems to me it's just slowed down a little bit in the last hour or so. Maybe they're having trouble adjusting to that. I know in this part of the world around 3:30 in the afternoon on a grass green, it certainly drops a second, sometimes a couple of seconds. Not sure exactly what the carpet does at this time of the day.
If anything, probably at the sun end, it makes it a bit slower because it's got more heat on it, so the carpet's a bit looser, not as tight where it's in the sun. So maybe at each end. It's a slightly different weight at the moment, playing from end to end. Tyson's giving it the swat like he's swatting flies, trying to bring it home. He gets it home. I like his energy, Tyson. He's animated. He's in the game. He's noticed he's been encouraging his teammates on the next rink. It's good to see players with a bit of personality out on the green. They're not robots, they're human beings. It's good to see them being that.
It's quite an efficient action, Erin's got. Sets up nice and square to where she wants to deliver it.
All right, she's bowled this well too, Aussie. Look at this, that's number one.
Boom, boom. It was limited arm motion.
There's not much that can go wrong with it, is there?
Well, things can go wrong, but you're doing a minimalistic action. There's not a lot of can go wrong with it. I don't know what the perfect technique is in bowls. I come from a golfing background and there's no perfect technique for that. So I assume in this sport there's all sorts of ways to hold the bowl and to deliver it that are all very efficient. Applying some weight. And again.
Well, he's got that jack like it's a magnet to his bowls with weighted shots.
It's been a bit unlucky there. There was a back bowler his bowl ran into and it actually diverted it away from the jackers in the ditch. So there's a good an arm span or more from that touching bowl to the jack itself. Jack is in the ditch. Almost right on the number, so almost on the centre line. So almost directly below us is that little white cap. That's where the jack is in the ditch. And your yellow bowl out to the right as we look at is probably holding shot at this stage. As you said, he's struggled with getting the right weight because he's played so many heavy shots into the head, which he's needed to do.
So Tyson looks to have more weight. He's in the ditch unless he gets a land here, and he's not going to get a land. So very important for Joe to get past these front ones. So he's done that. He's done more than that. He's added another because his bowl was lonely out there. So this will force Tyson to draw. Still plenty of room if he's good enough. He's certainly shown that he is. So he's urging it to finish.
So the lead's increased by the look of it.
So some more weighted shot brilliance from Joe Clarke. Extends the lead. They're out now to 7-2. The alarm bells aren't going off, but Tyson and Erin won't want the next couple of ends to just sort of slip away, or this game will start to look a little ugly.
Yeah, playing 18 ends, they've played a bit over a third of the way there now. They can afford to drop another couple of singles at this stage, but not a multiple. If they could pick up a multiple, be back in a reasonable position. But both Tyson and Joe have played really nicely weighted shots, so given that the leads will put it in close, doesn't guarantee them of making a score on the end. Be interesting to see what the coaches have to say to their players after the 3 days here in terms of a wrap-up and and what things are needed and where they should go from here. Excellent bowl.
Flops over for a bit of paint. Yeah, I've noticed post-game quite a few of the coaches having one-on-one discussions with players, and Karen Murphy, who isn't actually looking after a team directly here, I've noticed her speaking to a few players after the game, so it's very much a learning experience. And it's as much about, for the players, getting an understanding of what's expected of them as well, and getting that feedback from the coaching staff around aspects of their game. So it's a great experience for them all.
Erin's on a good track again.
And leaves a hole too, which is good.
Again on the forehand. Looks to have the weight. Line is almost perfect. Well, sitting that.
That's a good second.
It's a good second now. Do they change hands? Stay there. Still likes it.
Well, she's had two goodies out there, I guess. There's nothing for tight here. Just try and sneak around her own, come in behind in a good spot.
And that bowl's jack level, so the skips have got either hand they can play. The options there.
If it stops on, which it will, that's not a bad bowl with the way Joe Clarke's bowling at the moment. One at the back.
I think for both leads here, you know, the skips are good at playing the weighted shots. So if you've got two on, you need to put something in behind to discourage those weighted shots. Not that it's going to slow them down.
So you see if Joe goes now or whether he tries to get another one in the head first.
He looks to be drawing. Let's see if he can get his weight. He's been a little off with weight with the draw shots thus far. His weighted shots have been excellent.
Be tempted to play that other hand on Tyson's forehand now. Try and tuck the jack round the corner and take that shot off Joe. That looks like where he's going. It's breaking just underneath that yellow bowl. Come back to the jack and tuck it round the corner. Bit concerned of his weight. It's a mighty effort. Right idea. Yeah, Joe says that's enough of this drawing stuff. I'm going to have a crack at this. I'm wasting my time drawing at the moment. I'm going to play some weight. And he's on the trot after it. Just needs it to hold now. Diamond Joe. He's at it again. Now, I think he's still one down to that bowl of Erin's that we said would be a telling bowl, and it's turned out that way.
And the jack is still alive. It's hidden by the number 9 marker there. A little graffiti to go with it.
Now, Tyson will want to try and at least get third shot here. He has done a fairly good job. So Joe's only got one bowl in the head, so it is a toucher though. So he doesn't need to be too scared of it. Don't imagine he'll be playing too much weight, but it'll be enough to just to be reaching the ditch, promote his own toucher up, or come underneath it and sit That bowl of Erin's out. There's enough turn on that hand to get under that yellow bowl and sit through that other one.
That's the avenue he's taken. It's got too much weight on it.
Or can he get to the jack underneath? No.
I don't think Tyson can get at it forehand. He's got to play backhand. Well, there might be an avenue there.
I think he'll want to flirt with that bowl of Joe's and risk knocking that up. He runs into the wide one. Well, so be it. They're just under that bowl out there. There's a nice track. I tell you what, Tyson's very close to this. He's very close. What a magnificent bowl. Now, has he done himself?
Well, he's touched it as well, so doesn't matter if he goes so low.
Now, the girls were very quick with the fingers there, so I'm not quite sure. We're waiting for confirmation. Two shots to Tyson, so what a bomb that was. Right on the lip of the ditch. Or as Robbie would say, the lop. They reduced the margin to 3 now.
Well, that was something they needed to do at this stage because it was just getting a little bit away from them. A spread of 5. Didn't need to drop another 2 or 3.
Tyson's called for a change of length here, and he says, let's get it out of this sun. And we're thankful for that as commentators because we'll hopefully be able to see the bowls a bit better.
Well, having said that, I would think they'll present the bowls just past the jack, so they'll be in the sun.
True.
But they may help us out by just drawing dead weight.
There's Colin Bray. Welcome, Colin. Always an avid watcher of the live streaming. It isn't easy in that sunny section.
You would know he was down here on Wednesday morning playing in a singles match, which he was successful in defeating Lurch's son, Levi. And he'll be down tomorrow playing in the team I'm playing in at Tweed Heads in the Winter Nines. All right, Erin following her lead bowl, looking just to promote it a little, or just come under it. It's in the area. Pretty good. These 2 leads have done a good job thus far. They've probably had one untidy head in the 8 ends we've already played. And this is a side that's giving a bit. As it finishes, it dives in towards the centre line. It's decent from Sheridon. Different outlook this pairs game when it's 3 bowls pairs to the other format they've been playing this week is 2 sets of 7 ends. This is an 18 end match. In those games, if you're 2 or 3 down with the last end to play, then you've got to take a little bit of risk, but you might have that opportunity a couple of times. We saw one of the earlier matches that one of the teams picked up 3 on the second last end both times to be successful, and if they tie after those 2 sets, they go to a tiebreaker. This is just a straight out score as she promotes her own bowling. Well done.
Got the perfect angle on that, didn't she?
Yeah. These 2 ladies played a singles match against each other first up this morning. So they'll be used to each other rolling the bowl down.
There we go. Erin got out of the way there. She didn't want Robbie coming after her again.
Not with the big stick anyhow.
Tyson on the look. He's very close. Gets the bowl clean. He does. Great shot. 2 shots now. And it'll force Joe to draw. So
he has struggled a touch so far in the match. He's been very good with his weighted shots, but I think it's about time he drew a couple in there nice and close.
I just wandered a little bit, that bowl. You can see there it
Used to come round and hasn't.
It did move around a little bit, that bowl.
Yeah, each of these rinks just has a couple of little areas like that. But overall, they've been very good to bowl on. This is the older of the 2 greens at Helensvale. Been down, say, just under 2 years. The other green, probably less than a year. It's a little quicker. It's probably a second quicker than this surface.
Well, I reckon Joe's going to come up and play weight on the backhand here. He's eyeing it off. He's thinking sit and stay through the front, find the hole, trail the jack. Oh, Sheridon, don't block us from being able to see a good bowl.
It's contact.
Oh, okay, taken one out, took the front out. It's actually probably good for the Swatridge Cromie team because it's just taken that guide and funnel away, which would have looked good for Joe. So we're still holding 2 with a much better head position.
Tyson reminded me then of Aaron Sheriff. He just walks down, picks the bowls up, turns around, releases it. And where does it normally go with Aaron? Anywhere close to the jack.
Well, he counts and he's left a nice big hole there.
I think the thing is in those situations, you see what you want to do. You don't need to waste any time. You know what's going on, just do it. The longer you stand around, you start seeing other options, and that sort of detracts from your chances of getting it close to what you're trying to do. So I like that attitude.
So presumably here Joe's going to go back to a draw. He's 3 down. He only has a bare jack to run at. Big bowl here. Joe's urging it on. Can he? Oh, he gets the slide.
Little straightener there. There's one for Sheridon.
So Joe gets the shot with that last bowl. So he says, there you are, Troy, stick that up your jumper. I can draw a shot. And he's done it perfectly.
And the response would be, it's about time. You're going to sledge, you've got to cop it the other way as well. No, it's all played in a good manner. So the score moves to 8-4.
So they've won 6 of the 9 ends. Clarke and Bodnar combination. We're at the halfway mark. There's still a lot left in this game. The key here will be for Erin just to keep with Sheridon. Sheridon's perhaps just started to edge ahead of Erin a little in terms of consistency. So Erin can get back to playing really tight heads. That'll set things up well for Tyson.
It's better grass. And like most leads, just keeps asking them to stay on the same sort of line, even if the bowl is, not that far off the path they're trying to take.
She just suffered there with the tight line. It was always around that bowl. So we spoke in the last game, Aussie, with Kyle Hansen, where he was looking at when he bowls, and you can see Erin's got a completely different approach.
Yep.
She's almost right down at her feet.
Yeah. She's probably looking at a crossing point just in front of her to send the bowl on the line and trusting the weight in her mind.
Let's have a look at where Sheridon's eyes go. So hers go down as well.
I kind of liken it to a young child when they're 2 or 3. They'll ask them to throw the ball to you and they'll run in at point blank and let rip. By the time they get to about 3.5, 4, they realise they actually can throw it from a distance, and they feel how far to throw it. In this situation here, you could ask your students to bowl, close their eyes and bowl, and then tell you whether they've bowled it narrow, wide, long or short. So you get a bit more feel for what you're doing rather than actually working on the mechanics too much. Good bowlers, as soon as they let the bowl go, they know if it's in play or not. They're fully aware, but that's the feel factor. And good golfers play with the same sort of feel factor as I think all good sports people do. Just be interesting, wouldn't it? Put a blindfold on everyone and go and play 3 or 4 ends, see where they end up.
Well, I remember when I was playing bowls in Tasmania, one of the better players that was going around at that time was a man by the name of John Corto, and we're all talking about what we look at and all of this sort of thing. And John's a fairly quiet sort of guy, and someone said, "Oh, John, what do you look?" He goes, "Couldn't tell you." And he was one of the better bowlers in Tasmania at the time.
There you go.
And he was being dead serious.
Doesn't hurt to have one in behind there with that shot ball right on top of the jack.
So I wonder if there's still one or if they're 1 or 2. I just missed Sheridan hand gesture. I think she indicated what they were, but I just missed it.
I think Joe's bowler's probably 3rd shot there.
So you favour Tyson's team for 2 at the moment, Aussie?
I do. And Joe probably look to play onto his front bowl and roll it into the shot bowl, although it looks a little wide for that.
If he can get another bowl in the head, he'll go big with his last. There's no surer thing. Well, let's see what Tyson does. Does not want to fatten this up and make it easier for Joe. Well, he hasn't. He's fallen in.
There we go. There's a close-up. So there's a bit of a gap between the yellow and the shot bowls.
I reckon Joe goes this.
Does he go under his own bowl, or does he go?
Yeah, he tries to go through his yellow. It should hopefully catch a little bit of the jack on the way through, and Sheridon does have one right at the back. Joe intimating about coming down on the backhand and try and get in on the inside of Erin. That's a hard shot on that hand.
Yeah, but the triple plant, I think that's difficult to get that jack out of there.
Just the way that ditch side holds to be able to get around the front but get to the inside of that bowl's very, very difficult. I think his percentages on the forehand, hard at his own. Let's see what he's decided to do here.
And remembering Tyson's still got 1 bowl to go.
Looks like he's going pretty much straight up the line. Gets a result. Well, well, well.
What about that?
And not only that, he's made 2 of it, Aussie. Well, we might try and get Robbie to give us a replay of that one when the end finishes. Oh, here we go. Gets a result. Well, well, well.
That's incredible. I think he saw that shot too. He walked up and he was going to play that bowl, and he's talking about it cutting across and hitting the shot bowl. He must have been seeing both of those go missing.
Extraordinary shot. With Tyson Cromie's bowl's going 6 feet up the green.
Well, that's definitely not in the count, that bowl. Well, it's at least 2 for my liking. I believe it is only the 2.
There you go.
Double figures.
Bowls do funny things. Joe gets a great result.
Well, I think he talked about playing backhand onto that bowl, not forehand, so I think you were right in saying that he was trying to hit his front bowl and pump it into the head.
Got lucky underneath. That was the backup option, I guess. Good afternoon to Caroline Fitzgerald watching from Canada. Good afternoon or evening or whatever it might be over there, Caroline. Whereabouts in Canada are you? And Michael Gillette, yes, I did see Kira Burke's name in the squad, Michael. I'm not quite sure why she became unavailable. You are right, she was named.
Yeah, Amity Bickley took her position in the yellow team.
It's a lovely track, just needs to hurry.
It's a good opening bowl from Sheridon. See if she can match it with this one. Not the first person to underread that.
She'll be disappointed with that because she'd
Waits
know that.
out.
Yeah, she would have been wanting to try and hide that jack and trail at it a little bit, tidy the head up. It gives Erin an opportunity now. She's only got 2 feet of weight that she needs to correct.
This pairs match has been allocated 2 hours and 15 minutes, so they're looking pretty good at this stage. Having played 10 ends, more than halfway there. It's still an hour on the clock. And we said earlier, there's 3 points for a win, and the blue team is out with a 9-point lead at this stage, so only the yellows can catch it, and they have to win all 3 matches, and the blues not even square a match, lose all 3. Excellent effort. And the blues are currently down in 2 of those matches. Not sure how the third one's going.
Well, the third one at the moment is showing a 0-all scoreboard, so potentially one team's very well up, and out of respect they're maybe not putting the shots up. I'm not sure why there's not a score recorded on their board.
Yellows need to win all 3. They're marginally down in 1 match, just up in the second match, and can't quite see the scoreboard in the third. It looks like they're up in the third match. Okay, here comes Joe. What's he going to do this time? He's gone for the draw.
It's going to turn a lot late. Can he sneak that bowl? Well, he does enough.
He bowled one earlier, did a similar sort of thing to get shot when he was about 3 down, so starting to get a little better on the jaw. Tyson wasting no time whatsoever.
Yeah, he was swatting flies after he let that one go. He didn't like it.
Wrong time of the year here to swat flies. It's a summertime vacation. In the middle of winter here, and we're still looking at the low 20 Celsius as a maximum during the day. It's probably dropped a little now to be maybe around the 20 mark. Certainly a little cooler in the shade here under the wonderful canopy at this bowling facility.
This is a good bowl. Oh, did open it up a little bit though. Tyson's not going to be short of this. Down through that hole.
Playing some weight.
Needs some luck now. Oh, faintest of touches on the Joe Clarke bowl. It does not budge. Does still have one to play. Does Tyson to make amends. And Joe will be trying his darndest to try and lock that side of the green down and make it a bit tougher for Tyson.
Are you trying to tidy the head up a little bit here or move the jack so it's not exposed? Or maybe leave something on line just short to make it difficult to get through there.
Well, here it comes. Can he get that up and over? He can. Makes it slightly tougher. But still on for Tyson.
How many are they holding though? That's the story. You go hard here and you don't touch anything. It's almost game done. Go to a 10, 11 shot lead.
He's not got a lot else on. He plays a good draw shot on the forehand.
It's not
could still be 3 down. Oh, and he takes his own clean off the head. So it's definitely 4 now. So that's a big score in the context of this game. Takes the lead to double figures. It's 3 ends in a row. It's got 7 shots in the last 3 ends. The Clarke and Bodnar combination. From 8-4 in front, they're now leading 14-4.
Well, they've been dominant too. That's 8 of the 11 ends they've picked up.
Sheridon's got the adrenaline pumping and she's popped the jack in the ditch.
Well, I think she wanted to have a drive as well. She's sick of the skips driving. Just being facetious.
Tyson's not changing where he's standing, so
it's an important aspect of the game, this jack rolling too. You know, it can turn a match when you're struggling against someone and you pick up an end and you go, well, let's get into it, and then you go for a long or a short end and you bowl incorrectly and opens it up for them to get the jack back. And you kind of lost momentum.
To be fair, not a lot different to what Sheridon was wanting to roll anyway,
no.
To be fair.
So I just had a look quickly at my watch and they said it's around about 18 degrees outside at the moment, Celsius. Probably 14 or 15 in here in the shade. It becomes a difficult time in the afternoon now when you get the long shadows across the green because the sun's down low in the sky. Brilliant lead ball.
Gets hold of that jack. Beautiful. Drive that off and play fair, says Erin. Joe might just take up the challenge yet. See how this end develops.
Oh, you just draw down to it. If you touch it, you just pop the check. Leave something for your skip to bowl at. Some bowls in behind.
Well, that's Sheridon's job here now, is just to build the head so that they can't drop a number, and it gives Joe the opportunity to be able to play weight to the head and with some freedom without worrying about dropping a number. On the flip side, Erin will be wanting to turn the screws. Well, if she can keep this on, she catches a bit of that bowl, so that's handy.
Sheridon persisting with the forehand. Again, it's weight that'll get to the jack. In behind's not a bad option, provided it stays on the surface, and it has.
Yeah, well, Joe will be happy with that.
He can play weight now with knowing that he's got some back bowls to play to. Be a nice bowl now if you could touch that shot bowl and just move it back. Just a hand span would be lovely.
So it's a good 2. Some bowls in position from Erin. So decision for Joe here. He doesn't have anything within a yard of the jack, so given the position of the game, he may elect to just try and draw close to begin with. Get himself a good close bowl. And then have a crack later on in this end.
Joe's just looking to bowl. What second shot he's looking to bowl here? Just in behind to be ideal. That's his best draw bowl of the day.
What a bowl. Brilliant, Joe Clarke. That's brilliant. Top shelf. Despite the risk, Tyson's got to play up to that yellow bowl.
Yeah, if he just pops the jack, they'll be, they could be holding 2 or 3.
It's another good bowl for Tyson. It's another second or another third.
Joe looking to put another one just in behind as well, because Tyson, if he pops that jack a metre or just over a metre, give them a multiple.
He's on the march. And well, he should be, because this is on a great line. A bit of the bowl. What a shot.
We could have it there. Hard to tell.
Huge bowl.
This is when it's interesting, actually, from a bowling perspective. The head's set up like that. What are your options, and where should you play at this stage of this end? And Erin's a little undecided. To her credit, she's got Tyson to come down and have a look.
To me, I think it's a backhand shot. Yeah, it looks like that's where Tyson wants to go, on the lefty's backhand. Just underneath Sheridon's bowl. Gets his own up and over the jack. Or if he's a bit tight, he can go yellow on yellow and just spring the jack that far and get a good result as well. But difficult shot because he's got to play that funny sort of in-between weight. So not easy.
And if he's a little wide, he's got another bowler that can help him.
He's grasped this pretty well.
Just a touch narrow.
Joe may elect not to play this bowl. Oh no, he will, because Tyson's got another one.
He can play it, but it's not going to help him that much. If he doesn't play it, he's got nothing in the head. Does he cover in between those two? If they're holding, I think you've got to.
That's where the danger is. That's where they can drop a number. Is about 2.5, 3 foot behind where the jack is now.
She's asking him to draw that back. That's... That's good. He's explaining the options to her, and the options of where he wants to go.
Well, let's face it, he's had 2 absolute crackers on this hand. He knows what it's doing.
Yeah.
So
I like it when someone comes to the head like that and explains why they're playing the shot and what shot they're going to play. Whether it happens or not's another thing. Rather than just rip it and hope. So he is trying to draw.
it's on a familiarly good line. Now,
How hard's he going to take it?
well,
Too hard.
that was always the danger. You got a bit greedy there, I think, Joe.
I think he was trying to sit that bowl in behind. It was just a fraction narrow on it. So Tyson's looking for here, if he takes the yellow bowl out, how many will they be holding after that? Take it out with his backhand with weight, but he does risk running into the other yellows. It might be just an easier draw.
I think he's worked out that they've already got 2, so it's not really worth too many more.
Right.
So nice wide draw. We know this hand, his bowl's going to come back.
You can play around that front bowl and still draw into the head and get shot. We'll get third shot.
And they need every shot they can get at the moment. Needs to try and make this count.
Not enough on it.
Two shots confirmed, so that breaks the run of 3 ends in a row. They needed that, is an understatement.
2/3 point of the match, 2/3 of the way there, 12 out of the 18 ends.
.66 recurring, Aussie.
Is that accurate or not?
Absolutely.
As long as you don't leave it at the 3 6s, I'm all right.
So it's a long road home, but
Well,
there's the chance is still there.
You put a couple of ends together now, you know, a 2 and a 3 in there, all of a sudden you're in double figures and they're in the mid double figures, you're back in the game, but it's easier said than done. It's awkward now bowling back into these shadows at this time of the day. The reason being is your depth perception with your eyes. You're looking at light and you've got dark light, dark light. It's generally about the time of the afternoon here on the other section of the green where the sunlight's covering the whole length of the rink. Things actually speed up with that sunshine on there versus what it's been like because it's been in shade. But normally it's quicker in the shade than it is in the sun, and I don't know why that happens. Maybe it's the air temperature and the humidity drops at the same time.
Good spot there for Erin. 2'6" behind the jack.
Much more useful than the first attempt.
Joe's given this one the early clap. He likes it. Just pulls up. Erin's on the march. She got the right weight. Just trying to bend home. We can see there that hand's just that little bit lazier. Not much, but just that little bit lazier than the other side.
Yeah, it does swing nicely, this hand, on the backhand coming up the hill. Looks to be better weight. Got to get round it though. Who put that there? Well, it's fairly accessible for both skips.
Yeah, first inning here. And Tyson's the one that gets the first crack, so really needs to try and make this one count. He happens to get that jack down the line, half a foot. He probably makes 3. He's not going to do it with this one, though.
Through the
He
gap
sort
to
of
count.
finds a port. He's still down.
Joe's given a bit more grass with his. Again, struggling for weight. Bit of grass from Tyson.
It's great grass. All on his weight. Can he get it to stop?
You want down the line, you don't want it that way.
Dearie me. Well, he's a little bit stiff there. If Joe fails here, Tyson will change his hand. He's got a chance of a score there, but Joe's got a lot of room here. It's out in the high line though. Just trying to get back. Well,
He's got his own bowl he can use coming in there, Tyson.
yeah.
Turn that in or come under it. Touches the jack. That's what he's looking for, just to take it back towards those 2 bowls of Erin's. As I said, you pick up a 2 or a 3 here and you do the same thing the next end, you're back in the match.
Well, I'm just wondering that the bowl of Sheridon Bodnar's 2 rolls on that. Is that 5?
It's got to hang out. It's a little bit narrow and a little bit under.
Yeah, didn't give that one a chance, unfortunately. So they escape a bullet there. Joe with a free kick.
Okay, on the forehand. He's put a couple of draw bowls in that have been decent in the last 3 or 4 ends. Prior to that, he struggled. His weighted shots were magnificent early on. This looks a lot better.
Diamond Joe.
Brilliant.
Beauty.
Brilliant.
Oh. Just if that was 1 or 2. 1 shot confirmed. So there you go. He was down prior to that bowl. So great bowl from Joe Clarke.
Just proving his drawing capabilities are just as good as his weighted shots. Sheridon back on the forehand. Good opening bowl. Right in behind the jack. She's found a line nicely on that side. Erin playing the backhand. Doesn't turn quite as much. Again, pretty good weight. Sheridon holding one. Looking to match another one with it. Joe's played some brilliant bowls this game. Likewise Tyson with his weighted shots. Fortunately Joe's got the best of him thus far.
Just had a quick squizzy at what's happening on the other rinks Aussie, and well, red are doing yellow a favour in terms of winning their matches, but unfortunately yellow aren't doing themselves any favour. They're down on 2 rinks at the moment. Not out of it necessarily, but at this stage looking likely that blue will hold on and win this event. But second place is anyone's at the moment.
Yeah, they need to win all 3 games yellow, and one of those games are 18-10 down after 13 ends, and they're playing 18 ends, so that's a big ask from there. Not that it can't be done, it's just a big ask. Might just dive under this one, Sheridon, and block their avenue with the backhand, which it has.
Yeah, it's in a handy spot.
May or may not be shot, it's fairly close there. I'd say it's a measure by the way Tyson's looking at it. He's not sure himself. So each team has played 3 matches each day, 9 matches overall to decide the team event. Blue in a very strong position. They are down at least 2 of their 3 matches against the Reds this afternoon, but unfortunately the Yellows not putting a lot of pressure on them. And they had a 9-point lead going into this last of the 9 rounds. They were victorious last year as well. And they have 5 of those players returning into the team this year with 2 new players, and new players, one of them being Erin here, and Aaron Kelly is the other. So Lindsay Clarke will be delighted with the bragging rights she'll gain out of this event. Right, here we go. The track's pretty good for Joe here. He started to draw really nicely the last 4 or 5 ends.
And he's got good contact here. Yeah, that's a good bowl. Tyson will not be short of this now. He'll have a crack at that. He's got the back bowl.
Got a bit of the yellow or nothing? Looking to draw another.
Yeah, some sort of jiggling around at the front of the head just to try and make it a bit harder for Tyson. Because Tyson's got 2 nice guides there to get inside of to get a good result. So Joe will be hoping just to change things around a little bit if he can. Well, that adds a bit more pressure because they've only got 1 bowl in the head now.
Watch your ankles. Here it comes again.
Does not want to take his own out. Oi, and we've got a rebounder. We nearly had everyone sprawling there.
I was watching you, Troy. You nearly jumped out and grabbed it before they got it.
Does Joe get greedy here? He can play that bowl out of the head underneath his yellow. He moves that bowl 2 to 3 feet. He makes 6. Yeah,
He's looking at it.
He's looking at it. He's hungry. He's a hungry boy.
Nasty, nasty. It's not a shot you see at club level a lot where they play across the head to take a bowl out.
It's the weight control, isn't it?
Yep.
With no disrespect to the average club bowler, the average club bowler's ability to be able to go, oh, I'm only going to play with a yard of weight. It tends to get overplayed at club level and too much weight. I tell you what, he is not a long way away here.
Bingo.
Jeez, he nearly played that to perfection. Half a bowl.
Erin again calls Tyson to the head. Not that Erin's played, when she skipped games, that she played a lot of weighted shots. She may have seen quite a few, but I think Tyson's played 1 or 2 in his time. You tend to see more of what's going to go on with the bowls moving around. When you're playing an up shot, you're going to move 2 or 3 bowls in. When you play a drive like this, you move half the bowls on the green around generally when you're bowling into a cluttered head. Well, Jack's got to go somewhere, as simple as that. It's got to move from where it is to give him some opportunity to score.
Yeah, I think being worried about taking his wide one out when you're 9 shots down and chasing numbers, it's irrelevant.
Well, he's not playing a heavyweight.
Needs to hold. Now needs a result, and he doesn't get it, and he's 4 down. Unlucky. Good attempt, but that's just about all she wrote. Still 4 ends to go, but a 13-shot lead in this quality of opposition. It's hard to peg back.
No, I think there's, you're looking at a couple of 3s and 4s even if you get a sniff in this game. You've only got 4 ends left. I was just looking over there at the yellow-green situation. That match that was 18-10's gone to 20-10 in favour of the green, so that's taken yellow out of the equation. I think blue can start counting their cookies. Good grass, just a little shy on weight again. So over the 3 days, they haven't just played on this green, they've played on the number 1 green yesterday. This is Helensvale's number 2 green, which they played the first day and today. So there's a little bit of variety, even though it's the same material that's on the green. The pace on the number 1 green is a little quicker than this green, and it turns a little more on the eastern side and a little less on the western side, where this is a bit truer on both hands.
Yeah, a fairly significant difference, I reckon, between the two. So it's good for them to get that exposure and adjust.
So always a question here when we play Premier League and pennants. Where's the hometown advantage? Do you play on this green when you play a home game, or do you play on the number 1 green that's got its little idiosyncrasy? So I don't know if they're fully decided on that. I think this is the easier green to bowl on, the number 2.
It's easy if you're opposition then too, isn't it, that are visiting?
Well, that's what you'd suggest. And it's easy when you bowl them as nicely as that.
Great bowling.
Well done, Erin. Sheridon just needs to put another metre and a bit on the weight. That bowl's sitting jack level. Sit that for shot. Or just come under it and take the jack.
She must pass the head with this bowl. unfortunately. It's 3 salt bowls, so Erin, here's your chance. Even something a foot short on the 45 that blocks the open draw for Joe is good.
And he has been good on the draw the last few ends.
Well, that won't go astray there, so that's a good set of 3 bowls from Erin. Sets it up nicely for a skip. She's got a smile, she's happy with those 3, so she should be. It's gotten decidedly cooler in the last half an hour. My world famous Nana rug is out and covering the legs. Silly enough to come down in shorts today, which has been okay for most of the day, but it's yeah, starting to cool off a bit now. Joe Clarke.
Brilliant.
Well, we've got a weighted shot exhibition early in the match, and now we're getting a drawing exhibition in the back half. He's shown us all his skills this afternoon, Joe Clarke. Very impressive. Oh, Tyson wobbles through that hole, and it's just sort of the way it's gone, hasn't it?
And the thing is too, now as that bowl just sat on that tilt, Jack's going to come straight back instead of going over towards one of Erin's bowls, if he can run into it the next. He'll look to try and sit on Tyson's bowl with this, consolidate that excellent first bowl of his.
Yeah, does not want to be short. That kitty is only going backwards. Well, Tyson's got to catch the outside edge of that bowl with a yard of weight and shimmy off and run through with it himself. That's his best chance. Can he use this wider one? Can he use the wider one? Well, it helps a little bit.
I'd still like to be in Joe's shoes here. I think he's put it in an ideal position. No catcher at the back, but very difficult to get at that bowl. If he can put something around the back, then probably secures this end.
Yeah, he'll be going around the back this time. And it doesn't really matter where it is around the back, to be honest. Anything from 3 foot to 8 foot is good. He says, I'm just going to draw it in behind the back. That's magnificent bowling. I think Tyson's got to try and catch the outside edge of that front bowl, try and work into the split.
There is a possibility of getting both yellows out of there with that bowl.
He's got to get his own onto the edge of the front and then onto the back yellow. It's not an easy shot. Needs some luck. And well, now
who's on the tee?
Yellow bowl on the tee. And I think it might have been 2. One. So that's 3 times in the match they've been able to string 3 ends together. And at the last 7 ends, they've won 6. They've gone from 8-4 in front to 20-6 in front.
That's decisive now. And unfortunately for Tyson, he's been forced to play weight on a number of occasions in fairly difficult situations. Joe has played weight, but he's been able to pick out the 1 or 2 bowls that are necessary to take.
And he's had good heads to play too.
Yeah.
Well, we've got some excitement on the next green. Chloe Morrison. No, my apologies. Yes, Chloe Morrison. Yep.
Skipping for the Blues.
Bowled a whopper. She only took out the head as she ran down the green. She liked it.
Erin holding that shot just short of the jack. Skipping against Jacob Nelson too. He's done that more often to others with playing weighted shots than most young players. I think they got 4 out of it.
The game was very tight, so that's a decisive blow. With a few ends to play.
It's a little shy, but that may be second shot. All right, Sheridon.
Well, Erin must get behind here because I can tell you now, Joe's going to be playing just over the draw on that other hand, looking to sit a bowl or trail. So Erin needs to get behind here, match that bowl at the back.
Doesn't look like enough weight on it to me.
Can she change the head at the front?
Turn that over. No. I don't think it took him too long to work out what he's going to do.
No, I think he's going to look to just play nice weight where he can shimmy and stay off one of those bowls on the wall. Or just trail the jack back. SRVs are holding a nice tight line, so he doesn't have to play ridiculous weight under there. Well, he's playing quick weight. Joe Clarke. Oh,
goodness. And that 4 that Chloe got on the next door match took them to a 22-19 lead with 1 end to play. So it's a very important bowl at that stage. No wonder she was excited about it.
Tyson's going to count, but Joe's going to go again.
Hello.
Close.
Where's this going?
All the way. Of course. He's got it right on the nose. He's landed within a couple of inches of it in the ditch. I would just say just about impossible to beat that bowl. You'd have to be hanging over the lip.
Could say he's playing with a little bit of freedom at this stage.
My home club, the Paradise Point Dolphins, should give me the checkbook to come out today. Go and have a chat to Joe after this game. Been very impressed with his output.
Is he going to draw onto the plinth board here, is he? Almost.
Now, Dale, don't move left, whatever you do. Saturday night fever there from Dale. I tell you what, this is a good effort. He's going to just go in. That was a mighty effort. So, another single. Make that 2, in fact.
They've got to count the one that was in the ditch. That helps. Just cruising to victory in this game. So it looks like the Blues in the match next door to them, the triples they're playing, that'll secure the 3 points they need to be victors in the team competition. 7-man teams. And we've got 11 new players to the system this year. 17 that returned from last year. Great avenue for the coaches and selectors to see how players play with each other in this format, and for the para bowlers to play with the able-bodied players that are basically on the verge of Jackaroo selection. It's an invaluable outing. It's been 3 days of excellent bowling from what I've witnessed. Sheridon again holding the shot.
G'day to Vince Calabrese, one of our good friends, as usual, watching from Leppington.
He does like his bowls. I see a lot of postings on Facebook from Vince.
Yep.
About bowls events that are on.
He's a goodie, Vince.
On the wide hand.
Yeah, it's
good
coming
looking
home
shell
well.
here. Well done, Erin. I think the leaders in this game have basically, the leads have played a similar sort of role in terms of their bowls. I think Joe's the one that's been outstanding and really is the difference in the match, both with his weighted shots and his draw shots.
Well, he's hardly had a false end, has he?
No.
Hardly had a false bowl.
Right. As you say, get the checkbook out.
He had that one end where he had those 3 short bowls coming away from the clubhouse.
When he first started drawing after playing weighted shots.
Other than that.
Excellent bowl. That's a good solid head there. 4 bowls within, certainly inside a mat out of the 6.
I think Joe's going to have some fun with this. He knows he can't lose this game. I think he's going to let fly here. He's got the spot and the back bowl.
What are your catching gloves like? You think you can pick something up in slips here?
Well, we saw a bowl get knocked out of the head and go 6 foot up the green, so anything's possible. It's not ridiculous weight, but he's certainly reaching. And as it's been all day, he's very close. Oh, just wide.
Tyson trying to change the head up a little, make it a little more difficult for him. I don't think it changes all that much. I think he'll play the same sort of weight again. Right, he's going forehand.
Well, there you go.
Hey, it's just like they rolled a couple of eggs over there.
And it's the first time something's gone sour for him as well. He's 3 down now and it's a bit harder, but I don't think we'll see any change of shot from Joe. He's going to come and have a look, but what can Tyson do here?
Well, he might cover the front here and make it difficult for him.
Well, that Jackie looks good though.
Yep.
Under that. Oh, the bowl's fallen over. Okay.
Little grin. What am I going to drive at? Sheridon Jones, just pick one of them. Doesn't matter, you've hit everything this afternoon.
Well, he hits the purple on the front at full bore.
Jack goes.
The end gets killed and they've got one on the spot.
Well, it goes to back to the tee.
So they get the result they're after. It's just about whether or not Joe fancies that other hand now just to try and trail the jack back.
I think he's after 2 instead of 1, do you?
Oh, he trails at 18 inches.
Oh, he's
he
looking
makes
at it
3.
too. He's looking at that back end.
2.5 foot trail makes 3.
I don't know if it's out enough to do that.
He's just under here. Good sportsmanship between Tyson and Joe. Bit of friendly ribbing going on. Joe should be smiling. He's had a terrific day. Needs to get the curling broom out to bring it home. So I think 3 was the final result there. A little inconsequential in terms of the result. But the green, yellow and red team are all fighting it out for second, and they're all extremely close on points. So there is potential that margin could decide second place. So who knows, some valuable final shots could be helpful to red.
Yeah, just bowling a gentle 3/4 length to finish the game. Erin just rolling it nicely onto the jack. Sheridon round the back, staying on the green. Good 25-30 mils from the ditch. Erin looking to give her first bowl a little buddy. Just trying to give it a little bit of protection by the looks of that. That triples game that was played next door is just finished with the score at 22-20 to the blue. So Chloe getting up as skip in that game against Jacob Nelson. Chloe Morrison, that is.
Oh, Lindsay Clarke walking past our desk. She's on the chirp already. Go the Blues.
You think she had something to do with it? I guess she does.
She's loving it.
Oh, there's Sheridon changing hands, going down the backhand. Not far out here. Good track.
Just needs to travel the distance. It's trying. Oh, good second.
Their job is done for the day. Still 11 minutes on the time clock, so played at a nice pace this game in terms of speed. Got a couple of games finished already, so, and a couple of others just on their last ends. Tyson. Joe's probably just looking to move the jack a little here. It's tight.
He just wants to put the bowls in the bag.
Doesn't mean it's bad for him.
Well, he's cracked it open.
That's Tyson's first bowl holding shot. Looking to get the double figures, they are. Joe changing hands. He's been good on the draw the second half of this game. Let's see what he's got left for the last end. Inside of the bowl. Can do no wrong.
Well, it's been the story of the day. He's just had every answer to every roadblock that's been put up to him. And Tyson's had enough. Can he clip the bowl out? Oh, misses it by a whisker. So Joe now, the last bowl. Our live coverage of the National Development Series will be a resounding victory to the pairing of Bodnar and Clarke. It will be a single. Final scoreline of 23-9. Comprehensive win to red, but the blue team, as disappointed as they'll be that they've lost this final game, they have won the series quite comprehensively. Great showing from their squad. Squad of Aaron Kelly, Jodie Nikolic, Erin Swatridge, Chloe Morrison, Dale McWhinney, Shillington, Tyson Cromie and Jack Lewis taking out the National Development Series under the tutelage of Lindsay Clarke. There'll have to be a few abacuses brought out to work out who's going to get second.
And 3 good days of friendly competition amongst players who will no doubt represent the country in years to come, if not in the next 12 months, some of these players. Looking back at the magnificent new clubhouse here at Helensvale, the upper level a function room, the lower level the members lounge. You can probably seat 80 to 100 people in the lower lounge quite comfortably with a bar at the end there. And the old clubhouse is a little bit to the left of that, still serving as a lovely area to go and have a drink or something to eat. There's the voices of the afternoon. On my left, Troy Corber, the club support manager for this region. Myself, Ozzie Moore, and the high-tech manager here of Robbie Allen, bringing you the 2025 National Development Series. And thanks to the sponsors here, Australian Institute of Sport, Australian Jackaroos, Commonwealth Games Australia and Bowls Australia. And over the 3 days, the winners are the blue, but the real winners are Bowls itself. Wonderful afternoon. Hope you enjoyed the coverage.
The game is certainly in good hands, as demonstrated over these 3 days. We thank you all for tuning in and supporting bowls in our country. We look forward to welcoming you to our next streaming event. Keeping in mind we have the Australian Indoor Championships coming up very soon, as well as the School Sports Australia National High School Championships at Pine Rivers next week. So more great bowls to come through YouTube. So thank you all and have a good evening. So Robbie's just reminded me also, viewers, we've also got the Junior Nugget starting this coming Saturday. So that will be televised. So some great, we talk about the future of bowls here that we've seen. We're going to see that at the Junior Nugget down at Tweed as well. So some great viewing then, and then that'll be followed by the Open Nugget as well thereafter. So some great viewing coming up out of Club Tweed in the ensuing period. Very good international representation as well as Australian representation. So it should be some terrific viewing if you try and get down there if you can. But if you can't, Robbie will be there and bringing it to you all live. Thank you all and sundry. Have a good evening and be kind to your mother.